are going to read a chapter named Recruit a Board of Director. This is chapter number 39 from the book Who Will Cry When You Die. Let's start. To succeed in these terms of breakneck change, companies will often recruit a board of directors to help them make a more effective decisions and lead them in the right direction during stormy times. By consulting men and women of wisdom, these organizations reduce the number of mistakes they make, boost corporate effectiveness, and increase their credibility in the marketplace. One client of mine has a different approach to the concept of having a board of directors. A seasoned entrepreneur and a participant in one of the monthly life coaching programs I conduct across the country, this woman told me that during her periods of silent contemplation, she sits in a room with a pen and a pad of paper and writes down a problem that she is facing. Sometimes it involves a difficulty in a relationship. Sometimes it concerns a money issue, or at other times, a struggle that is more spiritual in nature. Once in a state of deep relaxation, she then calls upon her personal board of directors to help her solve problems. The twist: the members of her board are no longer alive. In her imagination, she seeks the wise counsel of many of history's greatest thinkers. When confronting a problem that requires a creative solution, she asked Leonardo da Vinci, how might you have dealt with this? On facing a challenge that requires her to have more courage, she asked aviation pioneer Amelia Earhart, how would you have done if you were in this situation? And when she has issues that involves money, she asks the late billionaire Sam Walton, widely known for his common sense. Sam, how would you handle this? This technique has truly worked wonders for her, improved her creative thinking, and kept her peaceful during the turbulent times. Who would you invite to sit in your imaginary board of directors? Here are some people that I that I think you may have to count. You may need in your board of directors as counsel. Ben Franklin for guidance on issues involving character. Albert Schweitzer to remind me of the importance of serving others. Mahatma Gandhi and Nelson Mandela for leadership issues. Bruce Lee for advice on self discipline. Marie Curie for questioning relating to innovation. Viktor Frankl, farmed Holocaust survivor, for guiding about how to deal with adversity. We are done with chapter number 39. We are moving on to chapter number 40 with the name Cure Your Monkey Mind. To get the best from life, you must be completely present and mindful in every minute of every hour of every day. As Albert Camus wrote, real generosity towards the future consists in giving all what is present. Yet, on most days, our minds are in 10 different places and at any one time. Rather than enjoying the walk of work, we wonder what the boss will say to us when we get to the office, or what we'll have for lunch, or how our children will do at the school today. Our minds are like scrambling puppies, as they say in the East, like unchained monkeys, rushing from place to place without any pause for peace. By developing present moment awareness and an abundance of mental focus, you will not only feel much calmer in your life, you will also unlock the fulfillment of your mind's potential. When too many distractions compete for your attention, the power of your mind is dissipated in all those different directions. Rather than being concentrated on one point like a ray of laser beam. The good news is that you can practice becoming more attractive to the present and develop this skill within a relatively short period of time. One of the best ways to cure your monkey mind is through a technique I call focused reading. Every time your mind wanders from page into a daydream or a worry, make a check mark in the right hand margin of your page. This simple act will increase your awareness of how poorly you concentrate. And since awareness is the first step to change, it will help you build the skills you need for a clearer, quieter mind. We are done with chapter number 40. We are moving on to the next chapter, that is chapter 41. Get good at asking. He who asks may be a fool for 5 minutes. He who does not is a fool for a lifetime, goes a wise Chinese proverb. It makes me think of an ad I read in the classic fields recently that said, to the beautiful women in the brown suit coat at a drugstore on Saturday, November 4th, 6 p.m., you bumped into me in front of the magazine section. I would love to meet you and chat. The man who placed this ad then left his phone number. Destiny had given him an opportunity, possibly to meet the woman of his dreams. And he had squandered it. And now, after regretting the fact that he did not ask, he has had to resort to placing an ad in the newspaper in the desperate hope of finding this woman. The more you ask, the more you get. But it takes practice to get good at it. Success is a numbers game. As a Buddhist sage observed, every arrow that hits the bullseye is the result of 100 misses. Over the coming weeks, flex your asking muscles by asking for a better table at your favorite restaurant, for a free second scoop at your local ice cream shop, or for a complimentary upgrade in your next airline flight ticket. You might be surprised at the abundance that will flow into your life when you will just ask sincerely for the things you want. Remember, the person who asks for what he wants at least has a chance of getting what he wants. A person who does not ask has no chance. One of the best books I have read on the power of asking is The Aladdin Factor, written by my friend and a speaker colleague Mark Victor Hansen, along with self esteem expert Jack Canfield. Full of practical ideas and simple techniques, the book also contains a wealth of inspiring quotes like the one from Somerset Maugham. It is a funny thing about life. If you refuse to accept everything, anything but the best, you often will get it. Look for the higher meaning. We are done with this chapter. We are moving on to the next chapter, that is chapter number 42. Look for the higher meaning of your work. One of my favorite magazines is Fast Company. It provides a refreshingly human look to a new world of work. In recent issue, Xerox Park guru Johns Brown said something that made me really think. The job of leadership today is not just to make money, it is to make meaning. In the old days, most of us were content of having a job that simply paid the bills. But now we crave for much more in our work. We want fulfillment, creative challenges, growth, joy, and a sense that we are living for something more than ourselves. In a world we seek meaning, one of the best ways to find the higher meaning in the work you do is to use the technique of creative questioning to become aware of the impact of the work you have done to the world around you. Ask yourself questions like, who ultimately benefits from the products and services of my company? Or what difference do my services and my company offers? Or what difference do my daily efforts that we make? Once you do so, you will start noticing the connection between the work you do and the lives you touch. For example, if you are a teacher, stop focusing on all the tremendous changing in your profession and remember that every day you enter the classroom, you have the privilege to shape a young mind. There are children and families that count on you. If you are a financial advisor, remain centered on the fact that your services help people retire early. build the homes they will have always wanted, and fulfill their dreams. If you are an insurance professional, remember that you help people bring security in their lives and serve them in the times of need. And if you are a retail clerk, think about how your work serves people and how the products you offer add joy to their lives. By concentrating on the value your work adds to the contribution of and the contribution you make, you will see quantum improvements in your satisfaction and motivational level. Few things energize the human spirit more than the desire to make a difference in our lives and the lives of others. Mahatma Gandhi knew it, Nelson Mandela knew this, and Mother Teresa knew this. The simple shift of mind I am encouraging you make can bring a whole new sense of enjoyment of your life into your life. We are done with this chapter. We are moving on to the next chapter, chapter number 43. Build a build a library of heroic books. Few things make me happier than meeting someone who has read my books or listened to my audio tapes and hearing something like, I was so moved and inspired after going through your material that I went on to buy 10 more life improvement book and read them all. And you know what? They have completely transformed me. You know what? They have completely transformed me. I not only write books on life leadership, I'm a dedicated school student of them. As I mentioned in the earlier lesson, I spend countless hours in large bookstores, combining the shelf, combing the shelves for the latest treasure that will enlighten and educate me. I also frequently used bookships where I have picked some of my most valuable books for only a few dollars. As I write paragraph, I have a pre-owned copy of Maxwell Matt's classic Psycho Cybernetics on my desk, which still bears the sticker price of $2.95. Also on my desk is a copy of Seneca's Letter from Stoic, a truly priceless work, which was purchased by my dad for $1.95. While almost any reading will improve your mind, in a world where there is too much to do, you must be selective in your books you read. And so I suggest you spend much of your time in reading what Trudeau called the heroic books. Those books that contain the noblest recorded thoughts of man. Let your mind drink deeply from the work of great philosophers such as Epictetus and Confucius. Study the poems of the wisest poets such as Alfred Tennyson, Emily Dickinson, and John Keats, and the novels of Leo Tolstoy, Hermann Hesse, and Bronte. Read the writings of Mahatma Gandhi, Albert Einstein, and Mother Teresa. Connecting with such works for even a few minutes a day will keep you centered on what life really is about and will ultimately profoundly affect your character. Asked in an interview what is the biggest regret in life was, talk show superstar Larry King replied, I should have had better rooted in the great books. Here are some of the heroic books that have helped me change my own life and gave me the wisdom and inspiration to live more deliberately and completely. If you read them all and act on the lessons contained within their pages, you cannot help but improve your circumstances profoundly. Here's a list of book that is recommended in this book. Number 1, Letters from Stoic, Seneca. Number 2, The Message of a Master, John MacDonald. Number 3, Meditations, Marcus Aurelius. Number 4, Autobiography of Benjamin Franklin. Number 5, University of Success, O.G. Mandino. Number 6, The Magic of Believing by Claude Bristol. Number 7, Siddhartha by Hermann Hesse. Number 8, Psycho, Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. Number 9, The Power of His Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. Number 10, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Number 11, Flow by Mihaly. Number 12, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And number 13, Life is Tremendous by Charlie Jones. Through the wonders of technology, you can view a fuller listening to my favorite books at our website. That's just a promotion. We are done with this chapter. We will move on to the next chapter in the next series.